Good evening and welcome to tonight's regional news. President Donald Trump announced that Navy ships are being moved towards Venezuela as his administration beefs up counter-narcotics operations in the Caribbean following a U.S. drug indictment against Nicolas Maduro. The announcement came at the start of the daily White House press briefing to discuss the coronavirus pandemic, which has left much of the country in lockdown and which the government warns could cause 100,000 to 240,000 deaths. The deployment is one of the largest U.S. military operation in the region since the 1989 invasion of Panama to remove General Manuel Noriega from power and bring him to the U.S. to face drug charges. It involves assets like Navy warships, AWACS surveillance aircraft, and on-ground special forces seldom seen before in the region. The goal is to nearly double the U.S. counter-narcotics capacity in the Western Hemisphere, with forces operating both in the Caribbean and Eastern Pacific. Experts said the mission would be supported by 22 partner nations. Maduro's communications minister, Jorge Rodriguez, called the deployment a desperate attempt to distract attention from the tragic humanitarian crisis in the U.S. caused by the coronavirus. In an ironic jab, he said that for the first time in decades, the U.S. is trying to choke off the supply of cocaine, which he noted mostly comes from Colombia, a staunch U.S. ally. Maduro has blasted the Trump administration's offer of a $15 million reward for his arrest, calling it the work of a racist cowboy aimed at getting U.S. hands on Venezuela's vast oil reserves, the world's largest. And now for news from Haiti. Haiti on Sunday reported its first novel coronavirus death, a 55-year-old man who had underlying health conditions. The health ministry said the man suffered from diabetes and hypertension. He was one of only 21 confirmed cases of the COVID-19 virus in Haiti, a demographically young country where over half of those diagnosed with the disease have been under the age 45. Only 218 tests for the new coronavirus have been carried out in Haiti since the first two confirmed cases were confirmed March 19. However, leading to criticism from the national medical community of the government's handling of the pandemic. Since the virus first appeared, the government has announced stringent measures to contain it, but they have not been rigorously followed or enforced. A ban on gatherings of 10 or more people is routinely violated, notably in the country's crowded public transportation system. Stay-at-home measures like those in place in Italy and France are difficult to apply in Haiti because the vast majority of its inhabitants depend on the informal economy to survive. And now for news from Jamaica. Jamaican scientist Dr. Henry Lowe is awaiting approval of a patent for a cannabis-based drug that could be a winning remedy for the novel coronavirus. A source said that Lowe would have to wait in line for a couple of weeks before knowing if the drug proves useful against COVID-19. Lowe and other partners on the project previously received positive feedback that indicated that his cannabis drug had been tested and found to be effective against some members of the family of coronaviruses. Lowe is a renowned Jamaican scientist who is widely recognized for his extensive research in the use of marijuana to treat cancer and other diseases. Through his company, Biotech Research and Development Institute Limited, Lowe has received approval from the United States Patent Office for a cannabis-based drug used for treating glaucoma and myopia or nearsightedness. Jamaica's decriminalization of ganja has opened up the market for Lowe and other investors interested in the medicinal marijuana market. And now for some rather interesting news from Jamaica. A team of officers assigned to the Portmore Operational Support Team arrested and charged the pastor on Sunday, April 5th, for breaching the Disaster Risk Management Enforcement Measures No. 2 Order 2020. She is 54-year-old Cynthia Williams, pastor of a Gregory Park address in St. Catherine. According to reports, lawmen were summoned to the area about 9:15 a.m., where they made checks which revealed that a church service was in progress at her house with over 50 persons in attendance. Williams is scheduled to appear before the St. Catherine Parish Court on Tuesday, July 28. The police are reminding persons that no more than 10 persons are permitted to gather in any given area. These measures have been put in place for public safety, and breaching the order could result in fines of up to $1 million Jamaican dollars and imprisonment for up to 1 year. And that was all for tonight's regional news. Thank you for joining us, and goodbye.